All right guys, just got done dropping the GoPro off of one of these sharkiest piers in Florida. Previewed a little bit of it, but honestly it'll be a bit of a surprise for all of us. All right, so let's dive in. Okay, dropping off. Whoa, I actually didn't see that on the first clip. Dang. Okay, this was actually, I wanna say, one of my first drops at all. But you can see right here, look at that, just in the background, that shadow, massive shark. Most likely a tiger shark, a little far off to tell. We just catch like a quick glimpse, but let me go back to it. Drop it in literally on the way down. Boom, massive. I mean, that's like a good 9 or 10 foot tiger shark over there. Yeah, I didn't even see that one the first time. Pretty cool though. People always, when they come to Florida, they're like, is there a lot of sharks out there? And I'm like, yes, there's a lot of sharks out there for sure. All right, immediately on this one, tons of bait fish. These kind of look like shad, maybe a blue runner mixed in there. But just tons of different bait fish. You'll see them a lot of times. They're just like all around one piling. Like I could drop it on the other end of the pier, see nothing. And more times than not, what I've noticed is like all these bait fish will accumulate like in the shadows, and then where the sunlight hits, they just like don't venture out as far. And generally speaking, you're gonna see more fish like in the spring and the fall, and it's just because like days are shorter, the temperatures change. And a lot of times what happens is it just causes like a mass migration of the bait fish, which then is going to bring in more predators and bigger fish. I mean, it's all at the food chain. Still, a lot of cool things to see anytime you drop a GoPro off of a Florida pier. There is a unbelievable amount of life down there. Man, always a little squirrely on the drop down. Tons of bait fish yet again. Right there, if you saw for a second, it should show it here again, but there's just like a pile of, well, there comes one right there, remora. And remora, they're the fish. Some people mistake them for sharks, but there was a bunch of them laying on the sand at the bottom. Right there in the corner of the screen, you can see they're super curious. They'll come up and check out the GoPro pretty often. People catch them on the piers, super common. But they are the fish that have like the little sucker on their head. Ooh, in the background there you could see a sea turtle actually. It's just gonna look like a dark blob with fish around it. Not a super good image, but still kind of cool to see. But yeah, those remora, they're really common. You're gonna see them around sea turtles. Look at that, coming up and like putting his mouth on the GoPro. They follow sharks. They're those little fish that follow sharks around everywhere. So if you haven't ever walked on a Florida pier, you should for sure do it. The really long ones, I mean, they're in most, decently sized cities around Florida have big piers like this. I can about guarantee on any given day you walk out, you could see a sea turtle surface. You'll see sharks at the surface. You'll see people. You can see the turtle there again, just off in the distance, just like hanging out over there kind of. But yeah, you'll see sharks on the surface. You'll see people pull up different fish, especially again, if you're out in the spring and the fall and you just want to see a lot of marine life, it's a great time to do it. All right, guys, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. Super stoked. Like, we finally have started to take this channel seriously. This is just fun stuff that I'm already doing all the time anyways. If at this point you don't know what this YouTube channel is about, neither do we. Like, we're just figuring it out as we go. Rest assured, it'll be entertaining, whatever we're doing. If you like what you've seen so far, like, for sure, stick around. The videos, the content, it's just gonna get better and better. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, can't do without y'all. There we go.
I love it.
Sometimes it's almost like, now when do I stop talking? All right, kind of like I was talking, you can just tell like it's just like foggy up here at the top. Ooh, I think that was a sea turtle that was swimming by. We'll see if we catch it. Yes, that one is. Just on the corner. You can see it right there on the left-hand corner of the screen. Just laying on the bottom, tons of fish around them. First time I ever saw a sea turtle in the ocean, I literally thought it was a floating treasure chest. Like, had no idea. I was like, what is that wooden box doing out in the ocean? Because that's exactly what it looked like. Sea turtles are like, they're way fun to see and a lot more common than you think. When it's nice and clear, obviously you're just gonna get a lot better image, but you know, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't horrible visibility, but Florida gets better than this. Down on the bottom here again, a lot of dirt. Sand, dirt, everything kind of just collects down there. You can see another ladyfish just swimming by really close. Bunch of those down there. Great image there. You can see right here, see that lure or that weight hanging down, guy fishing. And then you can see his weight just suspended above the bottom there. No fish on it. That one actually might just be hanging and caught up on somewhere on the pier. But yeah, a lot of fishermen come to these piers, day and night. Yeah, I mean, you're just remora galore. There's like 5, I mean, they're all. Good thing I have 0 hooks in this camera because we'd have caught a lot of them. You could, sometimes when it was down there, I could like feel it bumping. Okay, you can see bottom right hand side of the screen, nurse shark right there. These are super common sharks in Florida. Probably I see this shark more than any when I dive, and they're just like bottom dwellers like that. This is a pretty good size one. I mean, that's like a good 6 foot from head to tail. They're pretty laid back sharks. Like, I've never had one advance at me. I take that back. One time in the Keys, there was one coming to check me out, but he was just like, just curious. And that's just like the honest truth with sharks in general. They're really just curious, but these are like, you could get bit by any shark, no doubt, but these are probably some of the friendliest sharks. If you ever go dive somewhere in Florida, there's a really good chance you're gonna see one of those guys just like laying. Okay, yeah, tons of stuff out here. Tons of life. Woo. All right, massive tiger shark. He swims like right by the GoPro here. Sweet looking shark. Like, this one is, look at this. You can see the stripes on him, just kind of there in the back. Oh man, big old tail. Tons of fish following him. That's a sweet looking guy. Oh, I'm like horrible at measuring when I'm not in the water with him, but he could definitely hit the 10-foot mark, maybe. That's just my guess, but big old shark. I think tiger sharks are like they're ranked top 3 like deadliest sharks, right? Bunch of remora down here again. You're gonna see him just like chilling in the sand over there. I mean, like way close. I guess they eventually just get tired of swimming. You can kind of see the sucker on the top of their head. Google the image if you need to, but they're kind of a funny looking fish. But look at the number of remora here in a second. Like, this gets, just to show you how many there are. Oh, sea turtle swimming by, that's why. Boom, you can see its back right there. Still not getting the best shot that we want, but you can see him kind of swimming away. Like I said, you're gonna have so many fish connect on a sea turtle, and just like look at it. I mean, so much stuff collects on that shell over time, barnacles and everything. And this gives a great close-up too of all these remora and stuff. You can see like the sucker on their heads and things. And this is in a little bit shallower water, different day. But look at this, like if you can see in the screen here like all these super long, I guess tentacles, but you can just see today or this day, a lot of jellyfish in the water. And I don't know what it is, but storms will just like blow these suckers in. You can see a bunch of like little fish and stuff caught up in there. Kind of crazy looking. But those are some big old jellyfish. I've been in the water with them plenty of times. I've been stung by them. If you've ever been stung by them, it doesn't feel great, obviously. So yeah, pretty big there. And at the same time, it's not the end of the world. You just never know, like when there's gonna be a bunch of jellyfish in the water. Certain storms just blow them in, and they're just kind of everywhere, and it is an annoyance, but one of the things that you kind of deal with. Okay, this was like literally my last GoPro drop. So funny enough right here, so I'm like up top, and you're gonna see, so see that turtle? Literally on top of my GoPro, like ran right into it. You can see its fin there. You can see, unfortunately, it looks like he might have a hook and some fishing line in his fin. Hard to see. See a big old jellyfish there on the way up. But I reeled it up because I didn't know. Like, I looked down and literally my line is moving, like going under the pier. And I'm like, what has caught? Yeah, you can see it. He does have a hook right there. That sucks. That's kind of like one of the things that happens too, and it's unfortunate, like around these piers and stuff, when you do have, almost looks like he's got, let's see if I can slow it down there, almost looks like he's banded, like maybe Fish and Game caught him, or just like some marine biologist possibly tracking him. They do a lot to like help out marine life and just like make sure they're healthy and taken care of. So some of these turtles are tracked, you never know, but yeah, unfortunate that he's dragging that around right now. But yeah, I didn't know like what was happening. I saw my GoPro leaving and so I reeled it up really quick, and that was the images that we caught. But cool stuff. Like, again, it's like a surprise in and of itself. I think that's why people like fishing, because you're dropping a line in the water and you never know what you're gonna bring up. And a GoPro is kind of the same thing. Like, you're just going down there and trying to catch images of whatever. And on any given day, you could really see anything. All right, well, that was it. Honestly, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like, it was a cool video to make. Not one that I originally thought I was gonna do, but stick around if you like what we're doing. Like and subscribe. Like I said, the goal is to hit 2,000. Honestly, I feel like with all the new content we have coming, we should do it pretty quickly. But love having you guys along for the ride. Comment, let me know what you like, what you don't like. You know, everything that we're doing is just stuff that we're already doing in our daily life, and I love sharing it with you.